Kimgrier-Martinez, the Artistic Director of Programming and Operations here at Rodgers.
So 2001, 2005, I was at Howard in their dance program. Kim came down. She was actually part of the ID, International Association of Blacks in Dance Conference in DC, and that's when I first was exposed to the company. And I just remember her spirit, honestly. Like, she was very pleasant, and I remember her having these long braids, and I just remember just being very just upbeat, even with, you know, as a director and with her dancers. And I encountered her again at Howard's dance program along with other local New York-based artists. And so during my time at Howard, I had the chance to intern with her here at the company. And I just remember walking into rehearsal and observing it and being overwhelmed by what it is that I was observing. A, I was overwhelmed by the quality of work, that they were storytellers and not just dancing from, you know, limbs. And B, the amount of clarity coming from her. Verbal clarity, bodily clarity, memorization, choreographic clarity, just clarity.
Coming from Japan, didn't have any family members here. I became her family. So she's not only my mentor, she took on like a mother role as well. Over 20 years of knowing her. She took on a sister role. She took on friend, you know, just somebody who's always there. So that's big.
If it wasn't for Miss Grier, when I dropped out of college, I wouldn't even have money in my pockets.
Look at interview.
She set it all in motion.
What?
She set it all in motion. She was like, go dance, go get a company, go get a job. And I not stopped, and that was 8 years ago. It was just been company after company after company. I was like, you know, my homies that I grew up with, that's like our mom, dance mom. That's why like, when I walk past, I'm like, I have to come by. I'm just always on the run. And today's like my first day off in like months.
Where?
Even on my day offs at work. Who I get that from? It was like a year ago. Yeah, a year ago. Yeah, that's what me and I guess that's why a lot of my relationships and dance always last for years. Because like your teacher taught you that. The information that you're given is one of love, in love. And you of course they balance out because you have an art to tie them together with you and that person. So,
Well, where do I start? Miss Kim, first and foremost, she's a teacher. And that is one thing that everybody I think needs to know walking into the door. Because a lot of places, artistic directors and choreographers just give it to you and that's it. You know, this is their expectation. All they see is a vision and that's it. She sees beyond that, you know. She's going to work with you to make sure that it's in your body. It does not have to already be here. You know, Rodgers built this company for the human body, not for a specific body type. So that's what sets this company apart from others. And Kim holding on to that is what sets her apart from other artistic directors and choreographers out in the field.
The Rodgers Dance Company has always been a diverse company, even when I had come into the company. When I had come into the company, I didn't consider myself a slim dancer. I don't think anyone else considered me a slim dancer. I always had thighs, and they weren't going to go anywhere, so I couldn't pretend that they were. So I've learned at an early age that you utilize what it is that you have. It does not matter. And the company has always been diverse, not just in skin color, but diverse in body types. Some of us were tall, some of us were thin, some of us were petite, some of us were not, some of us were very muscular, so it's still, I still continue to invite that.
So like as a newbie, even from college, from training to pre-professional to professional, it was absolutely a personal struggle because I struggled with my own identity, and I felt like I was very floaty and not grounded in self. I felt like I was battling myself all throughout that dance program at Howard. Although very strong, I didn't feel as strong I didn't feel spiritually strong. So coming into Rodgers, I was forced to look myself in the face, really, and look at my facility and how do I work with it versus fighting it. I was essentially, she told me to embrace it. She was like, you are with the body type that you are, yes, you can do some changes, yes, you can do some like modifications, things can happen, but however, at the end of the day, your body's your body, so you gotta work with it and not fight it. And I struggled with that.
I think a lot of times we do not think of when you're going to an audition, or when you're going to take class, or when you're going to work with a choreographer or so, I don't think we think right away collaboration. And I know that for me it's very important because it also supports the concept and idea of community.
I guess one of my favorite memories of working with Kim was when I think I had been here maybe 6 months, and we started to build our first new piece, and it was a suite. I think the whole suite is called Under Fire. And the day that she just felt like creating this piece, I was in the studio just stretching all by myself, and she just comes into the room and she just like taps me, and she does this thing where she's like, I was thinking, something like this. I was thinking something like that, or she's just like, I woke up today and I was wondering, like, if I put my hand like this, like, how far could it go? And she just like would get you like cooking, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, what if it's like this? And then she's like, yeah, what if it's like that? So it just like, in that moment, it started this suite that I think we performed for so many years. I mean, that suite took us overseas, but it was a beginning. And I remember the very first moment that it started. We didn't even have music. It was just like, what do you think about this? That's the kind of choreographer she is. She's just gonna come in and have this sporadic idea, and you've gotta be ready to run with it.
So working with Miss Kim has definitely changed my life. And yeah, I call her my second mom because that's what she is. From day one, she has always pushed me and like pushed me hard, but from a place that is very loving. I'm like getting emotional just thinking of it. But to have gone from where I started to where I am now is definitely like thanks to her.
So I just remember being in rehearsals and she was like, that's not enough, give more. And I was like, nothing else to give. She was like, yeah, you do, give more. So in these rehearsals, she would stand against that wall with her leg crossed and completely be observing the whole picture, but then zoom in and give critical feedback that wasn't mean, but it just spoke to me in a way that always made me cry. And I think it wasn't even crying because I was mad at myself. I was frustrated because I couldn't give what she wanted, and I really wanted to please her in that way. But she was trying to tell me that it needed to be more personal for me. Like she would say things like, dance past your fingertips, or you know, breathe through certain movements. And I struggle with that because it's not the movement itself, but personal blocks, be it spiritual or ones that I created for myself. That I can't even tell you how grateful I am just to have been a student under her mentorship, and over time a friend, and over time like a daughter. You know, so this is home. It doesn't matter how far I go or how long I stay away. As soon as the phone rings, they're like, Thea, come by the studio, or how are you, or we're thinking about you, or you know. And then like I want to come by and I want to spend time, and I will spend full days just being here, just to be in their space and their presence.